Right, welcome to Brain Hacks. So this is our first class in our Inspired Mindset series. So we're going to just get in, figure out where your starting point is and where you want to be a year from now, and then start to create that true self blueprint for your brain. So everyone has heard of people hacking your computers, your bank accounts, all that kind of stuff. We can also do that with the brain. So hacking doesn't always have to be a negative thing. There's some really cool ways that you can hack the brain. So we're just going to kind of unfold this in the next weeks ahead. So I'm Linda Kilpla, and I'll be guiding you through this. Make sure you have some essential oils, grade A, hopefully, and then a journal and something to write with. So live in the world and not of the world. Like I've heard this my whole life, but it really means that to create your world. Like we all have our own world based on the way that we believe and how we think. So from Romans 12:2, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So it really is in like every ancient text to really discover your mindset, and it's mind over matter all across the board and all the different cultures around the world. It really just starts with your beliefs and your thoughts. So definitely need to be mindful about what's going on upstairs. So awareness creates choice. So you could be a prisoner of your thoughts like your whole life and try to avoid the reason that you're here, or you can obviously create a blueprint for a life that works really well for you. So most people are not aware of what they're thinking, and they're living lives of chance, literally like sleepwalking through life is what I call it. So they consciously want one thing and experience something completely different because they're not making that choice, on what it is that they want. So all of your power is in your beliefs and choices. So without choice, you're living your life by chance, and then you're, in with the herd and maybe the group mindset, things like that. Obviously, if you're in this class, is not a lifestyle for you that's worked well. So didn't work for me. So I busted out and yeah, I have created a world that I love, like a life that I love. So you become aware of your inner world, your core beliefs that make up your unconscious mind. So literally it's like this old record playing in the background. So when you consider like the first 7 years of your life and the different things that you're conditioned to believe, if you don't go and rewrite some of those things, you'll believe them for the rest of your life without even questioning them. So you definitely want to just tune into what it is that you're thinking and why. Question everything. So great word. Why? Okay, so create your true self blueprint for an inspired mindset. This is where we're going. We want to really plug this in so we create a life that works for you. So first comes your thoughts, and then the organization of that thought into ideas and plans, then transformation of those plans into reality. The beginning, as you'll observe, is your imagination. So that's where we are actually going to start, is if you can only imagine. That's why there's so much out there. So for those of you that are not familiar with future casting, it's a great coaching strategy that I absolutely love. So what it looks like literally is, what do you want your life to be like 1 year from now? So the way future casting works is we really want to embody the emotions, the feelings, the thoughts for the life that we want to create. And then we slowly but surely create a blueprint that aligns with where we want to be 1 year from now. And oftentimes this can happen very fast if you stay focused and committed every single day. That way your brain will make that new blueprint. If you don't stay committed, it'll revert back to the old patterns. So with future casting, you definitely want to do it every single day. So it's what you talk about, it's what you do, it's who you are. So it becomes really important when we realize like our voice commands our spirit. Definitely need to be saying these things out loud, which leads us to the necessity to communicate with people that are open. And so we don't want to share all of our beautiful dreams with someone that's going to, shame us for them or judge us for them, things like that. So we definitely want to share with open-minded people that are going to support you in creating this change. And obviously, the people in this group are perfect candidates to hold that role for you. So we're going to jump right in, because if we know where we're going, what happens next is we create the blueprint to get there. So we cannot see our next level self from where we are. We can't see there from here. So we want to imagine it, and then we start to create the pathway. So we're going to jump right into sound bath right now, and I'm going to have you listen to it, expansion, and it's 10 minutes, and I want you to just journal what you'd like your life to be like 1 year from now. So in mind, emotions, body, and just your reality, like what is it that you want to be experiencing 1 year from now without any limitations? Don't worry about the beliefs, don't worry about how this is going to happen. Just allow yourself to go there. So maybe listen to a minute or two of the expansion, and then pen to paper, allow your soul to do the teaching. So we'll pause the video while you journal, and we'll return right after that. So future casting is something to do every single day if you want to create the life that you came here for. Is just you're always talking about it. So what you focus on expands, and we talk about that all the time. But future casting is extremely powerful. It's what I use for my clients for years. So then it comes commitment. So the moment you fully commit to your new belief, you activate the power of decision and choice. And that's why you want to like really stay on with this. You begin to access and attract an entirely new set of ideas and thoughts. So science proves that your brain does not know the difference between what you allow yourself to imagine and your reality. So to the brain, it's one and the same. And that's why you always want to focus on imagining it, feeling it, seeing it, and continuously reiterate it into your life. So talk about it, think about it, write about it, even do a vision board, for the ways that you want your world to look. Because what happens as you create that commitment and consistency, it just actually happens. So it's pretty amazing. It seems like, well, that's just too easy. Why wouldn't everyone do it? Well, most people are too distracted, you know. Blaming other people for things, and they're not focused on the life they came here for. And then there's those that are sleepwalking, they have no idea there's anything else besides what they're living. So permission, when you make new decision, you give your brain permission to begin experiencing the new decision, which initiates a growth of new neurosynaptic connections. So it's literally science. It just begins to create this whole new blueprint. But your brain, I mean, it's designed to help you survive, not to thrive typically. So when you think about your survival brain from like the first 7 years of your life, you definitely want to upgrade the input. So that's why brain hack comes in. So we can get in there and release those things that don't serve you positively. We're not here to just survive, we're here to thrive. And so we need to give our brain permission for that. So it won't create a blueprint unless you are consistent in your new thoughts, your beliefs, and actions. So the brand hack begins. Your decision starts with a visualizing process that empowers the brain to begin focusing your intention towards your desired outcomes. So let go of all the excuses, the worries, the concerns, and make your focus and intention bigger towards what you actually want in life rather than what you don't want. So once your brain begins to build new connections associated with the decision, three powerful reality hacking effects take place and a new blueprint is formed. So literally it's like one thought at a time, but if you continue the process, it literally rewires your whole brain, which is cool. So the three brain hacks we're going to talk about tonight, concepts by David Bayer. Number one is attraction. Everyone's heard of the law of attraction. And then the brain needs to recalibrate, right? So recalibration's number two. And then number three is activation. So it's literally science on how this all works. So if you stick with it, you do your future cast, you continue to create the life that you love, your brain will create a blueprint for that next level life that you're after. So number one, attraction. New connections begin to attract the thoughts and ideas that are in perfect alignment with the experience you have created. So you have it in your mind, your imagination, and literally the brain gets to work. So resist thinking about how this will happen. That's what stops most people is they think they have to think of how it's going to work. The how is not your business. The what is your business. So remember that the what is your business, the how the universe takes care of. Like that's all in divine alignment. So it's not something that you need to manipulate or even worry about. You just need to know what it is, and continue to imagine it, with as much detail as possible. So the action plan comes in the form of creative inspiration after you make the new decision, not before. So literally, like to decide this, we have 5 weeks in this course. So if you could just stick with it for 5 weeks, like every single day, make a 30-day commitment to create this future, to hack your brain and create the life you came here for, it will just start to settle in. Your brain will get comfortable and it will integrate the new blueprint for you naturally. It's just almost too easy. So the key, the new neurophysiological change that results from the brain's inability to distinguish between imagination and reality is the key to unlocking the thoughts and ideas necessary for determining the how. So you don't have to deal with the how, that all will come into alignment. You literally just deal with the what. What is it that you want, and get as much detail as possible as you can. And then share it with people that are going to be excited about it as you are. Don't share it with people that are going to poo poo on your dreams. That's just ridiculous. So simply imagine. So a study at Harvard Medical School showed brain scans of pianists as they played the piano. So later, the musicians were asked to simply imagine playing the piano, and the identical parts of the brains became active. This is literally how it works. So the brain doesn't know the difference between what's actually happening in your life and what you imagine. So imagining activates the same neural pathways as the real experience. So the downside of this is if you're watching bad movies or exposing yourself to negative situations, it's also integrating that into your being. So you definitely want to take the positive perspective on all of this, so the brain isn't replaying something that you imagine as your reality. You can move on. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. It only matters where you're going. So number 2 is gonna be the recalibration. So it's like you're setting the stage. And then when you create a new belief, you recalibrate a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, so RAS. So the RAS acts as the filter for millions of bits of sensory information that occur around you every moment. This happens fast. It's not like it's not a mind over matter as much. I mean, it is a mind over matter. So as far as like just collecting your thoughts and staying focused. So it allows in only the information that is congruent with the conscious and unconscious decisions that you've made. And it filters the rest of the information out. So it literally just starts to up level immediately when you have that positive perspective and image set. It's just going to start to integrate it. So the more you focus on it, the more that it expands and more all of those neural pathways literally are created. So your new blueprint begins to form. So you literally alter the way you perceive the reality around you. It's just automatic. So the moment you make a new decision, you begin to find evidence that already existed and has always existed in your reality that you've been filtering out. So it's amazing. Like it's a whole perspective shift. Like you could even meet new people that have been around you all along. You just weren't on the same vibration. So when you bring your vibration higher, it's like you're on a different channel. So you see a whole different level of existence, a whole new level of possibilities, right there at your fingertips that are in your life all the time. So the evidence, so the RAS, that's the part of the brain that is connected with your beliefs. So it will find the attack signs of a dog, even a friendly one, if you just determine that dogs are dangerous, for example. So it's like whatever stories are in your head that you haven't like repatterned and let go of, it literally will go there. So like another example is this, it's the same part of your brain that begins to notice all the other cars on the road identical to the make, model, and color of vehicle you just purchased. Where those cars have been on the road all along. It's not like everyone just got a new car. It's just that now you're tuned into it. Or say you bought a motorcycle, all of a sudden you see all these motorcycles. Or you're skiing and you see all the skis. It's just what you're tuned into. So literally you can tune in to whatever you want. And the more that you tune in and stay on that channel for the life that you came here for, the rest of it just becomes very insignificant. So it's like filling in the groove. So it's the deep groove of the old patterns, they just kind of grow in and you create new neural pathways for the life you're here for. So number 3 is activation. So you automatically activate the power of coincidence, or AKA the law of attraction. So if you haven't seen that movie, it's pretty interesting. It was out a long time ago. So the electrical structure of your brain changes, which emits a different vibration or frequency, which interacts with the vibrational nature of reality. And you attract the people, the circumstances, and the resources that are in alignment with the future you're creating. So it literally is up to you. continue honing in on it and it just expands. And then, a lot of times they're coming through um, people and relationships where we're not honored and respected. Those organically just fall away because you're not tuning into them anymore. You're not being a victim anymore. So you're rising above it and you see all these people that are grateful to know you and respect you, are excited of what you have to offer. So this whole new world is like right there. Your people are waiting for you. But a lot of times you have to let go of the ones that you're surrounding yourself with to connect with the people that are waiting for you, the ones that are on your same vibration. So, with little recap here with the daily future casting, I would recommend doing this one of two ways. Either talk about it for 10 minutes straight, and you can record yourself. It's amazing because it will change like every single day. More details will come in because your soul will be doing the teaching. So, if you're going to communicate it that way, you want to include your body, your emotions, your mind, maybe your environment, circumstances of how you want your life to be 1 year from now. The other option would be listening to the sound bath while you journal it out. So definitely want to do a combination of both. You want to talk about it, share it. So because we know our voice commands our spirit, so it actually brings it into reality. The more you communicate it out loud, the faster it's going to happen. And so, I mean, obviously, there is a major quickening in reality right now, and things are happening faster than ever. So, it's not just because we're getting older, it's the timing that we're living in. So, it is time to move to our next level and really create a world that works while this old world that's totally outdated continues to fall apart. So this is the way that we do create what actually works by getting serious, by actually committing to it and stepping into it. Even if no one's with you, you just do it anyways. So, little review, the 3 brain hacks: first the attraction, and then the recalibration of your brain, and then activation. And literally it all just falls into place. It's electric. The body's electric, which is great. So with this, we'll end with our secret combination to accelerate your learning, the 24/7/10. It's a perfect concept. I love this, by Penelope Jane Smith. Review this lesson within 24 hours and then again within 7 days, and you'll retain 10 times as much. So you just take those small baby steps forward and talk about it. Even if you talk about it a minute a day or two, and then add a minute every day, you will create the life that you came here for. So you'll have an inspired mindset if you actually do the work. Otherwise it's like all the old outdated beliefs and thoughts continue to go round and round and round. So this is the way you can hack your brain and really scientifically move forward, and obviously spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically as well. So really creating a true self blueprint for an inspired mindset that works well in your life. So enjoy the process.